Hey guys, are y'all ready to see something really crazy? Well, it's kind of a little bit of a remake of my other video. If you saw that, there are all of these connections being made that possibly could be some type of Stargate network, which is absolutely crazy. And I've been working on it for like a few days to try to get it into a shorter version to where you can see all of it. But let's take a look at that. This is so crazy, y'all. Be prepared to be shocked. If you have not looked into any ancient history or, these sacred sites that they call them all over the world, including the pyramids and the fact that there are pyramids on essentially every continent, but yet the only ones that the mainstream talks about are the ones in Egypt, and all of these other very strange situations going on. This might not be exactly as far-fetched as it might seem. So there are all of these connection points, these random pentagons that we have found all over the world on all the continents, and they're all connecting in what looks like some type of Stargate network. Yeah, it sounds crazy, I know. And I'm not even a Star Wars, Star whatever fan. So that's what kind of makes it even more interesting, because, somebody that is might want that to be true, like, oh, there's got to be portals and stuff. But if you look into all of this ancient history, and you'll see information that, kind of talks about those type of things. And you obviously know that, I'm sure you know, that most of our history is absolutely false. Not false, but a lot of it has been hidden from us. I'm not really sure the reason. Maybe it's pride, maybe it's whatever it is. But the more things that we find that just aren't adding up, the more, if we dig in, we find things that do add up to prove that it's absolutely a fact that the ancient civilizations had some type of technology that we absolutely do not have, do not know how to use, but yet we seem to think that we are the most advanced civilization there ever has been, and our ancestors lived in caves or something. That it seems more bizarre and bizarre. The more you find in ancient history and things like that, the more it's like, none of that actually makes sense. The stuff we were taught in school and the stuff they're still teaching doesn't make any logical sense at all. It seems like there has definitely been ancient civilizations that were lost due to some type of cataclysmic event, probably an asteroid or a pole shift or something like that, okay? And they seem to have had technology you're seeing in type of predictive programming, like Star Wars, Stargate, whatever, these Galactica, Star Trek, and all of these things, these portals that you can just like get in and transport to another place on the earth, or heck, maybe even another planet. I don't know, y'all. I never wanted my channel to be anything about like aliens or anything like that. But the crazy thing is, and I don't believe that these civilizations are from a different planet. I don't know. But the more you look into it, that's like where you end up if you look logically. And I'm not saying aliens. I'm saying you're seeing these ancient civilizations that had phenomenal technology that we don't know about. And so having a portal, maybe not all that crazy. Maybe we're the crazy ones. Maybe we're the lowest ones on the totem pole. I don't know. And maybe they had all this amazing technology. And maybe the Star Wars franchise and Stargate and all of these things are predictive programming. Essentially, all of these big movies always have some type of hint of truth to them. And maybe that's how they feel that it's okay that that we told them they should have looked into it, and they keep teaching us crazy crap. But y'all, we're connecting these seemingly random spots all over the world, very small spots. I'm talking like the size of a building, and finding them in the Amazon, in deserts, on teeny tiny islands that nobody even supposedly lives on, and they have these pentagon structures where either nothing's growing or there is something growing and nothing around it's growing, and there's nothing really explainable, logically explainable about it, for them to be all lined up in this network. And so it definitely could be some type of portal system. So we're going to look into that, and we're going to go through all of the ones that we have found and the connections that we have found, especially the one that I found. I found some of them, but this one in Blythe, California, is crazy. It's connected to so many of them. What is really going on? And I think these discoveries that we're starting to find are going to definitely change the course of what we know as our history. There's essentially no denying this stuff. It's right there in our faces. And for anybody that is just like, I don't know, and I hate to even talk about this, but it's getting like crazy. If you have a problem with the globe, don't watch my videos. Watch something else. If you are going to be so biased that you can't look at things because you think everybody is in on some type of hoax to prove to, I don't know. I honestly don't know, but it's getting crazy. Like the amount of comments that I'm receiving that, oh, you're so ignorant because you believe Google Images. Let me ask you something. Do you not use GPS? Do you not drive from one point to another? I have driven from Louisiana to California to Florida. So across the entire country. And Google Maps, MapQuest, all of these things got me to those locations. So in order to believe that they are lying about every single thing would make you end up in crazy places all the time. Yeah, they're wrong sometimes because you have a detour or different roads or whatever. But the amount of things that I'm not going to go there. It's crazy. But these are some amazing finds, and to just like squash this and completely disregard it is something that maybe you need to deal with yourself and not just leave rude comments. If you don't like the globe, you don't like Google, then get off of YouTube. I'm being serious, because Google owns YouTube. So if you don't trust it, then I don't know how you trust anything. Let's get on to these amazing finds and let's look deeper into it. Because that's the only way we'll be able to learn things, by connecting things ourselves. Okay? And not by thinking everything is just like some group of people out to get you. It's getting a little silly. It really is. Of course, there are people and groups of people that do that, but all of these people don't control everything. They just don't. I know you want them to, or something. Anyway, I'm not gonna waste my time on that. Let's check out these crazy connections in this very possible Stargate network. Okay, let me first start off by showing y'all the Stargate that we believe is in Antarctica. If you haven't seen these, they actually have Stargate, things in China and other countries. I seriously doubt it has anything to do with their obsession with the Star Wars or Stargate franchise. Now, I don't believe that they work, but there's something going on with their creating of these Stargate monuments, I guess. And then this story came out. Is it connected? I don't know. Is it real? I don't know. But it's pretty interesting that we actually found one, and this story had come out back in May. And then there's also stuff on WikiLeaks. This, I mean, it looks like a real picture. Anyway, here's the Stargate here on the left. And then you compare that to the Stargate from the series, and you can see that this right here is the best one. It has the ramp and all the same features, just like the one from the series. I mean, it even looks like it has some type of railing, like that you would hold on to. I don't know. All the connections. So, the one I found myself is the one in Blythe, California. And there's glyphs on it, and they're in this random desert area of California, which oddly enough have these beings in pentagons. And so the only thing I can think of is, you know, these are for when maybe the ancient civilizations or something were flying over. This would be like to say, hey, there's a location here. There's a couple of them. They're spread out around here. But you can see the pentagon shape right here. And then I have it outlined right there. Okay. And the one from Blythe goes to many areas. It goes to the Pentagon in Ethiopia. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all all the pentagons. That way I don't have to take you from each line. So I'm going to just tell you, and then we're going to go through all of them. So it goes to the one in Somerset, Ethiopia. Let me see. Bennett, which is just, and then some islands. And then it goes directly through Greenland, then Stonehenge, Patmos, that little bitty island, and then, well, Holy See, the Holy See at the Vatican, and then Patmos. Directly through all of those locations. Okay? And then we have, this one goes to Argentina. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. So where you can see each one of these random pentagons in these random places. Small islands. I mean, this is amazing to be able to just go through all of these islands. Okay, let me go ahead and start Okay, so we're going to start here in Brazil. This was the first very strange one that's in the middle of the rainforest. And as you can see right here, a perfect pentagon, which is the same exact size as our pentagon in DC, the inner courtyard. It's the same exact size as that middle white ring, okay? And I'm going to take you back to Blythe, right here in California. And then Kodiak, Alaska. Just this random place where no trees would grow. And see, that's what all of these are. It's like something got activated to where it is showing either no growth or like this, oh goodness, Stonehenge right here, which we all know has some sort of meaning. We just don't really know the extent of it. Then we go to the Holy See in the Vatican. Then Patmos Island, this itty bitty island. I mean, this is just amazing that these points would even hit these places, let alone have these very strange pentagons. Okay, this one is the Montana gravity anomaly. That's where they have that house where there's like a gravity vortex situation going on. If you've never heard of it, you should look into it. It's really interesting. This is Somerset Island, just another random island that there's not, it's just like right here, there is just nothing there. You know, you see all of these shapes and then nothing right here. This is a new one that I found. Hulu, I don't even know how to say this, and this is near Tokyo. This one's hard to see. A lot of them are really hard to see because of just, they're obviously being, you know, covered up, because I believe, I don't know, but I think that probably our military and other military has gotten to these places and they are maybe trying to excavate these, they're trying to reactivate them. I mean, this is just a random, like, burned area. You know, like, they've been definitely messing in that area. I don't know why I'm back to Blythe. But, and so, it's like something underneath this land is causing some type of anomaly to create these pentagon shapes. Or maybe it's something landed there. I mean, I don't know. This one's in Ethiopia. And you can see it's just different from all of the other places around it. It's just so strange. And then we have this very small island, French Polynesian island. And you can see that. That's like just bright green. You know, the Azores, same thing. Just bright green when everything else is dark green. Area 51. This one is Groom Lake. We're back to Brazil, because the Brazil one, you know, that's how we started connecting all of these. They all began connecting. Then we have Easter Island, a very small island in the middle of the Pacific. This Flemish seamount is a perfect pentagon. There's something underneath the water right there. I mean, there's no way for you to fake this, because anybody can, I'm going to give you the coordinates and you can go take a look at them yourself. They're there, and there's something going on. I just don't know exactly what. Look, I mean, bright as can be when everything around it is dark green. Let's see, right here we have Namibia. And some of these we haven't connected to all of the sites, but I think that's where one Stargate was definitely found though too. And you see how this is the Iranian one, and we only have 3 connections out of this, but you know, it's hard to connect inside of China. I believe that there are places inside of China, and they're just really hard to get because you cannot get high resolution out of it. The very strange thing is so many of these end up at the Temple Mount, which is very strange. Let's see. Okay, and we have the locations over here is Baghdad, you know, the Temple Mount, YNAO. Here's New Zealand. Oh, there's actually a better picture. Oof, I missed that. Okay, this is where the Tunguska air blast was. That is still mysterious to this day. We don't know what occurred, but nothing really grows, and it's in this very strange pattern. These are just, it's just phenomenal. Like these very small islands, or just in the middle of, you know, the Amazon, all of these places, and then it's like nothing's growing, or it's a completely different color. You know, none of this makes sense. There's something going on. This is Svalbard. I think it's part of Russia, or it's off the coast of Russia area. It's very, just a completely different color, or something is growing. This one I haven't connected to anything yet, but it is it's an interesting area. And then we have Chile. It looks like the one in Groom Lake. That's really strange. Let me see, Sierra Leone. I mean, on all of the continents, these very strange areas. We've got Iceland right here. And it's not like just one line is going to these. Some of these cross over 1, 2, 3, 4 of these locations. And so it's like they use these to travel from place to place or something, you know, like Stargate, you know, like the movie or whatever. Kazakhstan, there's still some looking for the exact location in Kazakhstan. Globeki Tepe, this is one of the oldest locations that we know of that we don't know much about. Here's the Stargate in Antarctica, obviously. And then I just recently connected this, the Zhenghing Mountain, because it goes through 2 other locations, but I have not confirmed this one. But the reason that I marked this one is because I believe that some of these locations that we haven't connected are within these ancient places, like Globeki Tepe. This actually goes right near Angkor Wat. And if you don't know about Angkor Wat, it is phenomenal. And it was just found a few years ago, supposedly. Let me see. It goes... Let me get my north, south. Oh, here we go. Angkor Wat is in Cambodia. Did I go the right way? Oh, right here. It is phenomenal. It's amazing. How they supposedly just found this is beyond my imagination. I feel that some of the stuff they know about, and they just don't want others to know about how old our actual history is, because this is extremely old. And it's still in, you know, amazing condition. Just like that place they found in Guatemala. You know, it's just absolutely beautiful. Alright guys, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Y'all have a wonderful day. Like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to help support my channel, you can hit the, there's links in the pinned comments. And if you want the coordinates, I will put that in the pinned comments or in the description. It'll be in one or the other. And you can take a look at them yourself and even find some new stuff. Because there's so much stuff that is just hasn't even been discovered yet. Alright, well, I'm going to get back to walking.